Today, I am very thrilled to introduce someone that people who've been watching my channel will be familiar with. Sequoia and I have had quite a few videos that we've done together with different things. And Sequoia Haskell is based in Queensland. She is a clairvoyant and calls herself a shit shifter. She's in a book with an anthology that was, I think, the #1 on Amazon, wasn't it? Which is incredible, called Perfectly Imperfect. And she had a chapter, and her chapter title was All Masters Were Once Disasters. I love that. And so, yes, a #1 international bestseller, which was amazing. And Sequoia's doing a lot of great stuff. So I thought I'd bring Sequoia on today and we'd chat about, firstly, about the energies at the moment, what's happening on the planet. And then we'd talk about some of the things that Sequoia's involved in. And then we're going to have a beautiful channeling at the end as well, which will be fantastic. So big welcome, Sequoia. So wonderful to have you here.
Thank you. I feel so blessed to be here.
Oh, it's beautiful to have you here. And, we've become some lovely friends in the last period of time that we've known each other, quite a while now, I think, isn't it? And we've caught up many times and had a beautiful time together. So we feel very aligned. And Sequoia and I are going to discuss what the energies are at the moment. So I thought I'd start by sharing that there's been a lot of information coming through. And again, disclaimer, I'm just saying what I'm hearing. I'm not saying it's definitely the case, but this is what I'm hearing, and it's good for people to know. So with the whole Nasara Jasara thing, they can't do a, broad announcement of it because, last time they tried to do that was when 9/11 happened. And, then the day after that, they were supposed to announce a gold-backed currency and things like that. So obviously, the way they're doing it now is more surreptitious and it's under the radar. But apparently, it has been said from multiple sources that the reevaluation of the dinar or the reevaluation of the Iraqi currency is happening later today, approximately about 7 p.m. on the Sunday, the 30th of June for us in Australia. It will be potentially announced, whether officially or not, but it's to do with the basically the reevaluation of the dinar, which is where the point at which the Nasara Jasara really fully activates on the planet, and then it sort of spreads from there. And then people and the different levels of, humanitarian funding and all the things that are happening start, getting paid and all that sort of thing. So that's what I've heard. And they've said that it can't be undone. It's all set in place. So whether it happens, today or in the next few weeks, or, it sounds, whatever it sounds, it's very, very soon that this is all unfolding. So what are your thoughts, Sequoia? What are you feeling about the energies? What have you been reading? Let us know your knowledge on this.
Okay, so with that, there's no, so whether it happens today, tomorrow, it's very, very soon, and you can feel this energy of abundance coming, and it's, to me, it's about the abundance because of all of the work that we've done through lifetimes. We've cleared all the layers and everything. We're standing in our power and our truth, and this is like the rewards for humanity. Like when this abundance comes, we, the light workers, will be the ones that will be, setting up healing centers and, distributing that wealth where it needs to be so that it's not a thing of greed or anything like that. Nobody gets left behind. And I'm really passionate about that. No more homeless people, nothing to do with the children. And you can feel that energy is lifting off the planet. And like the density, like you can just feel
Absolutely.
this
Oh,
lightness.
absolutely. It
Yeah.
feels so light to me. Like, I mean, I know I'm doing my painting and that always puts me in a really high frequency and I love it so much. But it's more than that. It's just the like you say, the light that's coming to the planet. It's infusing within us and it's raising our energy. And I'm just in such a great mood all the time. And I'm walking around smiling at everyone. People think I'm nuts. But can't help it. Even Squidgy, my puppy, looks even happier than usual, and he's always looks really happy anyway. But he bounces around like Perky has, and so he's feeling it as well. I'm feeling it. My partner's feeling it. You're feeling it. Everyone's, you know, if you're tuning in, it's such a exciting energy.
Absolutely. And with that also too, and I was just thinking about it before, like I've just got no attachment to anything, like nothing. I'm not attached to any outcomes. I'm not attached to anything outside of me except this moment. And there's not even in it, it's just like this beingness. And it's like,
Yeah,
as we come into this and our hearts are opening, you know, and that's the consciousness that's raising humanity. It's the love energy, because that's what we came here to be. And we're all stepping into our radiance, and it's magnificent radiance, you know,
it
because it's
is.
our heart
Totally.
energy.
I know what you mean about not being attached to anything. I don't have any thoughts in my mind about anything. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Because I know the minute you start attaching to something, in some ways you
Yeah.
block it from happening. So I just, even though I mentioned earlier that I've heard this about the whole new currency happening, I haven't been attached to timings. I've tried not to be. I've tried to sort of just release that, surrender it, let it go, and go, oh, yeah, whatever. Whenever it comes in, it comes in. In the meantime, all I can do is to be the best that I can be and be in as high a frequency as I can be. And so that has been for me painting, because I love it so much. And so, yeah, I think that point about attachment's really important, because we don't want to block the flow. And if we start saying, well, it has to happen by this date, or I'm just getting sick of it, I'm getting over it. You know, on the other hand, Sequoia, you know, you and I are feeling this, but I know that I'm in touch with a lot of beautiful people around me. And so many have had huge challenges. You know, just in the last few weeks, they've felt really challenged by the energies, and just, I guess, the marathon that it's been to get here. I mean, energetically, it has felt like we have been through a very intense time, and not knowing when it's going to be completed or finished, you know, adds a certain other element to it. So what would you say, you know, to the people that are feeling a bit at the end of their tether, or just sort of like, oh, you've gone purple.
Woohoo.
I like that. That
Woohoo.
looks really nice. Let's go
Don't know
with
what
it.
happened there.
Is that Saint Germain?
Yeah, it could be. Look at that down at the
I,
side. There's
with the
someone
violet?
standing there.
Yeah, because the violet flame, Saint Germain. So,
Yeah.
wow, I love that. Okay, give us your wisdom, obviously coming through with some other energies. Beautiful.
What I would just say to people, this is our why we're struggling at the moment is because it's our ego that's actually it's hanging in there, it's holding on really tight, you know, it's holding on to all of those false beliefs of not being enough and not being ready and all of those things. And we just have to surrender totally and let it all go. Like that's all we can do. Be present right here in this moment, because I talk to people about the analogy of the warrior and the warrior. And the warrior is someone that will, you know, constantly have your front of mind, you know, money, someone's sick, this. So you're building all of this energy in these blocks in front of you, you know. And so you take the O out of the warrior, you put an A and you become the warrior. So the warrior is the intuitive being, which is what we've become. You know, the warrior steps aside and trusts, okay, my greatest prayer is the greatest outcome for the highest good of all. Anything I can't do anything about, I'm not going to waste any energy on it. So the warrior trusts that that money will come. Okay, universe, this is what I need. Thank you for paying this bill for me or fixing my car or whatever it is. I trust that that person will be well. So you send love to that person, and then you can step aside and get on with your life and just allow the universe to bring to you what it is, because we're coming into such magnificence. And I think actually that's part of people's fear, is coming into their
Oh, it
power and
is.
beauty, you know. And
That's,
we are amazing. Like we are
yes,
so beautiful. We
we
are just
are.
so amazing. And
That's
that's what we
the
need to own. And it's not about the ego, it's about the heart.
that's the famous quote attributed to Nelson Mandela, but I think it was written by Marianne Williamson. It's not our darkness that we're afraid of, but it's our light. And I could actually maybe pop it in here, the quote. It's a very famous one. But I think that that's a really great point, because people are used to this sort of feeling of just being in struggle. And so they're not used to, how does it actually feel to feel that's just effortless? and then you're in your joy, and you don't have to. So part of the homework of getting there is to be able to practice feeling what it feels like to be in your joy and to be living a life that there's absolutely no drama, releasing the need for drama, which is 3D, and being just in a joyful, smooth, easy existence. That's the homework for us to be doing. And I also think that on the path to getting there, to what you're talking about, people need to be able to just sort of do all the inner healing and the work on any sort of inner wounding in order to heal and release that in the process of getting to those feelings of effortlessness. That's really hard to say. Yes, I will say too, I'm just been having a chai as I'm talking. My partner made me a beautiful chai just before we went on, so just give a disclaimer, that's why I'm drinking the drink as we're talking. I love chai, but anyway, moving on. So that was some really good points that you made there, Sequoia. And the ego, the aspect of letting go of the ego. I think that is the oneness, going into the oneness, that we're all oneness, we're all one, we're all in collective consciousness. And I think when you've been through a challenging life with lots of struggles, as you and I both have, there is an element of that which really helps us to be able to not be an ego and to release ego. So that has been a process that's benefited us. What would you say to that?
Absolutely. And to, like, it's about the inner child. You know, we are the ones that have come through in this particular time. Like, I know that Medyhne and I are from the future, like, and you know, like, we're from these dimensions that are, and a lot of other people around, you know, we're from these other dimensions that are really sophisticated and way beyond what we are here now. So we've had to come into this dense energy, forgetting who we are. And we've had to transcend basically the earthly, mundane, emotional stuff. You know, that's part of our ascension. So we're at this place now where we're just standing on this precipice, and that precipice is, I really feel like Atlantis and Lemurian energy at the moment is resurfacing, and it never disappeared. It was just, you know, taken out of sight. But I feel like our consciousness from those times has evolved way beyond that, and maybe that's what we're you know, that's that part of that fear too, because is that persecution wound, you know, through so many lifetimes for speaking our truth, for standing in our power, for being beautiful, for being all of who we are, we've been knocked down. So there's that little bit of fear, but I just get from spirit that there's nothing else to fear. That's not going to happen anymore. We've done it.
I get that as well. I get that as well, because I had somebody say to me, they said they wanted to write a book, but they were scared of putting themselves out there and what would happen. And I said to them the same thing that you just said. I said, you know, that sort of energy used to be on the planet where you were potentially, you know, targeted for shining your light too much or whatever. But I said, it's gone now. And we can fully step into our gifts and into, you know, our soul missions without the fear of being suppressed or ridiculed or, you know, anything worse. So it's like really releasing that, like you just said, the fear of being less than who we're truly meant to be. And I wanted to also talk to the previous point that you made, which it just came back to me about the warrior. When you look at the fifth dimensional energy, some people have the misconception that it's just all love and light, and, you know, it's all like that, love, 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 and it's unconditional love and the all soft and like this. But actually, the truth of the matter is that in the fifth dimensional energy and above, there's a lot of warrior energy, and the warrior energy is the energy to be able to stand in your power, to have boundaries, to be discerning, to be able to really be strong. And I think that's a really good point to make, that as we go forward, those sort of energies are the ones we're embracing. It's not just all about the love and the light and the unconditional love. It's actually stepping into these stronger energies of being able to be a sovereign being and not relying on others to guide you or tell you what to do or being under the control of others or anything like that. So, yeah, I really want to make that point.
And I think that too has been because You know, like I'm fearless now. Like I'm absolutely fearless, and I think too because we've done the inner work, and I've confronted myself, my darkness, like all aspects of me, and I love all of them because with each is a part of who I have become as a result of that. But it's just this sense now of we're here for something really, really big and we don't know what it is. And it's like, just be excited about it, like be excited. We came here at this time in history. I'm like, so every day I wake up, oh my God, we're a day closer to whatever it is. And that it is our awakening. And I think that's part of the being the difference for me too, is I don't care what people think about me anymore. I don't have that attachment to other people's opinions and other people's things. So if I put myself out there and I fall down, I pick myself up and do something. Do you know what I mean? Like you just keep picking yourself up, and because I'm the only person judging me, and if I'm saying that I can't put myself, if I'm the only one judging me, and then I'll attract the mirror of that. Other people going, oh, blah blah blah, but because how I feel about myself, I don't feel about myself that way anymore, and that's been a huge growth.
Sure. I think part of that is the part of accepting our shadow aspect and the dark aspects of who we are. I mean, I'm very excited. I'm doing a book cover commission at the moment, and I was just drawing some waves of water on it in one small section, and one of the waves turned into like a little snake or like a serpent thing. And this cover was showing all aspects of who we are. And I thought that's so interesting that the water turned into like a serpent or sort of like a bit of a reptilian type energy, because that is part of who we are as well. All those aspects. And it just happened without me even intentionally doing it. It was very interesting, actually. But so I think embracing all aspects of who we are and loving it, loving everything, not just the things that we perceive as being good.
Exactly. And I think that that's what we're going through at this time at the moment. Why it's challenging for some people is that the dark doesn't have any power over us anymore. So what they're doing is they're going into old aspects of us that they can hook into our energy, like that fear energy or that anxiety, and so that's why things are maybe being amplified for people. It's just not giving it has no power over us anymore. It's only the power we give to it. We are the magnificent lights of the planet, and we're the forerunners. We've come to this point because we have done the work, and it's not just this lifetime. This is thousands and thousands of years of evolution for all of us, to get to this moment in time and to bring the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius is about free. I'm a double Aquarian, and with Sag moon, so it's about.
So is my partner, by the way. He's got all Aquarian in all these aspects.
Exactly. But we're here, and with that Leo energy as well too. Like that sun and that air and that, like we've all come here. We're all part of this amazing jigsaw puzzle, and each of us has a part to play, and we may not know what it is yet. Like as a clairvoyant, I have so many people saying to me, what's my purpose? And your purpose is to love yourself.
Yes.
That's it. Because once you do that, everything else will follow. When you're loving yourself, you're following your passion, you're following your heart, you've got boundaries, you're saying no to people. It's like, we're not people pleasing anymore. It's like, in the past, someone, oh, la, 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 need it. It's like, I'm not going to please people anymore. I don't need to. I don't need to please other people for their approval or for their love, because I have that in myself. And that, again, it sounds ego, but it's not. It's my heart I just feel full. I just feel complete. I feel, and so many of us around at this time are just feeling this way. And people are either super chilled or super stressed. It's really quite bizarre. Like it's really, you can just, the polarity of it's really quite, so we just got to stay in the middle, stand our ground and stay in the middle, stay in our lane and just be the light.
I love how when you were talking then, the colours were all changing around you. At one stage it was all pink. There was like purple on the outside, there was a pink around you, and then it went darker, and then it went lower. I was like, I'm just watching all the colours dancing around you as you're talking with all the beautiful. I don't know why it's done that,
but anyway, doesn't matter.
Well, you obviously got some beautiful energies around you working with you as you're talking. So I love that. Well, I wanted to ask you, Sequoia, what you're doing at the moment in terms of, your mission going forward, and what you're excited about and what you're manifesting.
Okay, so quite a few years ago, I lived in a cabin in the bush, and I channeled this vision for humanity. And it's on this big fairy Christmas wrap piece of paper. And so it took me on a massive journey of, oh my God, I need to fund this. I thought I need to win, but I had to build these communities and do all of these things. So that's taken me on a big journey of self-awareness. However, just in the last, it feels since the big solstice that we had, the massive shift in energy, it's like all of a sudden I can see the communities that would, like, all that was channeled for me, I can see the potentiality of it now. I can see, there's 2 places that I want to have that I visioned years ago, and I did this big writing about, one will be a healing center and one will be this, and, they're close to each other and this is what will happen there. And it's like, I just feel now that all of that stuff that we were gifted the vision of is about to come to fruition. I don't know how. The right people will help come and whatever it is that we need, but it's now because we're being upgraded in our gifts as well too. Like I channeled a process with someone that I did a session for a few weeks ago, and he said, oh my God, that was the most extraordinary experience I've ever had. And it was for me too, because it's like, wow, all of this, we've got this amazing untapped potential. We're going to be the mainstream soon. We're going to be the ones that people are going, and we already are really, but we're going to be the ones that people come to for, for guidance or for healing or for help or for wisdom, because that's who we are.
Yes.
And so all of us on this journey, all of the light workers here, like just celebrate in the moment and just know that whatever it is, Spirit will tell us what we need to do when we need to do it. And you'll just be activated. You'll just know. And we don't need to worry about anything. We just need to be right here in this moment, sending light out to all of the chaos that's just about to come, like the planet's just about to shake up, but it needs to, and bring it on. Like, it's so exciting, because all of the chaos that's coming in the planet is the result of all of the inner work that humanity's doing, all of that fear, all of that anger, all of that stuff. And it has to be like people standing up, because it's like they're in their power now. So this is really amazing. Like, I can't wait till people uprise and start, no, we're not doing this anymore. And no, because we've been so compliant for so long. We've been so programmed. It's like, we can't be anymore.
Part of that, don't you think, is the anger that's on the planet at the moment? Because anger is a sign that you've been unjustly treated.
Yes.
And I was chatting to somebody yesterday who said for the last 2 weeks she's been feeling incredible rage. And that's, in a sense, not only could you be picking up the collective energies, because a lot of people are just angry at the moment, and you go out driving and there's so many angry drivers and all this sort of stuff going on. But that is also a sign that people are recognizing or acknowledging inwardly that they haven't been treated properly by the system, by the controllers, that sort of thing. And so that's part of it as well. And she was feeling like, I think that there was something wrong with her for having that rage. But, this is actually part of that chaos as well. These sorts of feelings will be coming up in the process of this disintegration or disassembling of the old system. And then from the base, from the ground up, from like, it's all leveled, completely leveled, there's nothing left. From that point up comes the new that has to be completely reformed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we've done that. We've had to rebuild ourselves from the ground up. We've had to rebuild like the I've got a son called Phoenix, we have had to rebuild ourselves. Totally. Like that beautiful tree of life behind you, we've had to become that tree, but we've had to go in and nourish.
Thank you. That's on my website, by the way. People can get
amazing. I love it.
Thank you. They can get the print if they want. It's good to meditate to the tree of life, but all my designs can be meditated upon. And I would love to share that Sequoia very kindly bought some of my greeting cards, and my greeting cards that I've just released on my website. On Friday, I've got a whole page for all my greeting cards now, and I've just ordered them all.
They are.
Oh, thank you. It's hard to see the colors because it's all purple.
Yeah, I know. It's being divinely. Whoops,
oh yes,
one.
Blessed. Oh, that's lovely. That's a mermaid one. Thank you. And you can see those on my website. But I've just I spent hours putting together this page with all my new offerings. there's 10 different types of gift cards. You can get packs of 5 or packs of 10. I would love people to, purchase these cards, and there's a few other gifts on there as well. And 10% of the proceeds for that will go to the homeless in this area. There's a fellow who is feeding the homeless in this area, and so the money will be going to him, 10%. So please support them and check out my page as well. And thank you so much, Sequoia, for getting those cards. I actually sold out. My first print run sold out completely, and then I've just had to do another print run because I sold so many. So I was really thrilled. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, you deserve it.
Thank you. So Sequoia, what else? Is there anything else before we go into the channeling? Is there anything else important that you feel's relevant today to share with the viewers?
I just feel like Julian Assange being released to me was like the freedom of humanity. Like there's just this sense of, because he wouldn't have been released if he wasn't safe to do so. And that to me shows that how far we've come. There's so much that's gone on behind the scenes that we've got no idea of. There's lots of things that we're going to be shocked about, and but it's also too like at the moment, so many people are awakening, and so we who have been through this process of grief and trauma and down the rabbit holes and all of that stuff, and we've come out the other side. It's like, okay, we're good to go. No matter what it is, we're still standing through lifetimes. We're still here, bigger and better than before.
And resilient, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. And so whatever's coming, we're ready for it. But I feel like just being compassionate with people around us who are just newly waking up. Like you might have family members that have sort of shunned you, or friends, or things that have. We actually just need to be really compassionate for these people, because it's like the MK Ultra program for them is about to be broken as well too, and there's a lot to do. There's a lot of different layers to that, but it's people's programming is about to be, because the matrix is going to shatter. Yes. So we have to stay in our power and our light and in our heart, and just be really compassionate with those around us, and just know that we're coming into the most magnificent, amazing time in the history of all of humanity, and we're going to be here celebrating like that. You can just feel, and that's what I did I won't go into too much detail, but I did a past life with someone a few years ago, and basically Jesus was on the cross, and so okay, so what was the lesson in this? It's anger at the disbelievers. What's the outcome? It's the joy and freedom of humanity, and that's what we're coming into. So I won't go into the details of that right now, but that's what we're coming into. So every time you have a moment, go, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted, it's taking so long, nothing's happening, all that stuff. It's like just getting that sense of celebration and excitement, because, oh my God, the dance parties around the planet, like the whole planet's going to be shaking in celebration. And it's the freedom of our souls. It's the freedom of, lifetimes of trauma and abuse and all of that stuff. And we're just going to be free to be who we are. Like totally, absolutely
There's
free.
Nothing more special, is there? That's absolutely mind-boggling, really, when you consider the ramifications for humanity and the thousands of years of history that we've had as enslaved beings on the planet. So it's, there's no words for that, really, is there? Super exciting. Now I think if we go into the channeling, that might be a really good idea to do. Okay. So who do you think you'll be bringing through today?
I only ever channel my higher self. I don't allow anybody except for my higher self to come through me.
Yeah.
And this is also something for anyone there that is channeling. And this is what my higher self, this is just a little, thing, FYI. A wee while back I was channeling and it didn't feel right. And I thought, no, I can't, it didn't feel right, because I normally only bring my higher self through. And my higher self said, always make your higher self as the gatekeeper of anyone, because especially at the moment with the energy the way that it is through all of the dimensions, and they're trying to hook into us, and they're trying to find ways to bring out misinformation, is your higher self, is your channeling your higher self, you're channeling your Christ consciousness, and if your
that is a brilliant point. And that is so true, because the veil is thinning, and so that means that you have the opportunity for all types of energies to come in, and exactly. So you have to be, again, that boundaries, that discernment thing, where you have to I think going through your higher self is really the only way to do it, because otherwise these energies can come in disguised as something else, and they might look, wonderful and everything, but it's actually another energy coming through underneath, and they're very good at masking and doing all that. So without, going into fear or anything, I think that that's really important and very, very important to know when you're doing channeling, that is something that has been happening a lot to people. And so you do need to be incredibly discerning when you're watching people that say they're channeling anyone, because it could be any energy coming through at this time. Yeah, very, very good. Oh, well, thank you, Sequoia. Take it away. I love to hear your beautiful message for today. Thank you from your higher self.
Thank you. Greetings, dear and precious beings on Mother Earth at this time. We, the higher self-consciousness of all of those that are present at this time, are coming to bring you tidings of great celebrations. There is so much jubilee that will be happening on every level of humanity. And soon as the matrix is shattered once and for all, each and every being on this planet will see life for what it truly is. There will be no more illusions of disharmony or war or division. There will be union that will come with the twin flame energy as they come together, for this has been prevented through all dimensions in time and space, because the energy of the divine masculine feminine coming together is more powerful than you realize. So this, dear hearts, is why many have wandered this journey for what seems lifetimes alone. Your twin flame energy is coming to you, for they too have been through their healing, and that now is absolute. There are many, many situations that will appear on the earthly realm in a short period of time, and there will appear to be lots of chaos. There will be fighting, there will be anger, there will be uprisings, and this, dear hearts, is necessary. For the dark has ruled with dominion through all dimensions in time and space. It has hoodwinked humanity into false beliefs and programmings of being worthy of less than who you are, of being fearful, and of being imprisoned in structures that have kept us small. No, dear hearts, each and every one of you is made in the magnificence of God. Each and every one of you is equal to that energy, and each and every one of you is equally important and significant as the other. For each and every one of you is part of this magnificent tapestry of the new earth that we've come here to co-create. Some from the future, some from the past, some from other dimensions. We are all multidimensional beings, dear hearts. Realize this and own this now, and claim all of those soul fragments that have been scattered through all dimensions in time and space. We call them all back to each and every one of you now, whole and healed, and we ask that your higher self help you integrate these changes. There will be much upgrading of your systems in the next short period of time, and you will find that your physical body may need to catch up with your spiritual body, for your soul is finally able to sing with tears of joy and hallelujah at the freedom. The freedom for humanity will be the most exquisite moment in this history of mankind and womankind. And you will find that man and woman will become very kind, very compassionate, very loving towards each other. There will be no division of race, nor color, nor financial backing, or anything of those illusory natures, as we all come together in oneness. So many of you have walked through the valleys of darkness through many, many lifetimes, and you now do this fearlessly, and some of you guide others through this journey, holding their hand, shining the light on the darkness, to realize that it was all just illusions of the mind and the false beliefs and programmings from our environment. So know, dear hearts, you are coming into the most bright and shiny and exquisite time. We would recommend for each and every one of you the diamond cloak of light. We are placing this upon all of your shoulders and all of the shoulders of humanity at this time. The diamond cloak of light will protect you through all of the astral dimensions, We would recommend that you put it around your car, around your animals, around your home, around your children, around all of those that you love. In fact, putting diamond cloaks of light upon all of humanity and all of its dwellings, all that dwell on this planet and in all of the other dimensions in time and space. For the diamond cloak reflects all of the colors of the rainbow, and this, dear hearts, is who you are. And when you see these magnificent rainbow colors reflecting around you, know that this is your higher self showing you the pathway. When you see these colors glistening around you, when you feel this energy, know that you are being guided. And if you are needing any assistance, all that is required is to ask and to trust that all will be provided for you. There is no thing to fear, dear hearts, for each and every one of us is divinely protected and guided. Each and every one of us is here by design. Our souls are now ready to celebrate as all of humanity become their higher self-consciousness. And in so doing, humanity will realize the fullest and most exquisite potential through all dimensions in time and space, even surpassing the civilizations of past that were very advanced. Know, dear hearts, that there will be many adjustments in your sleeping state. We would recommend, again, putting the diamond cloak of light around you before sleep. And if you feel to be invisible through the astral realms, we would put the cloak on. This does not make you invisible. In fact, it makes you translucent so you can walk through the dimensions without being affected by the energy. We would also say to you, dear hearts, remember to take the cloak off, especially when driving vehicles and doing things, for you will also be translucent to others on the road. Be very aware of those around you. Be very aware of the energetic imprints that are being released from all of humanity. Know that the chaos that ensues is necessary, for out of chaos comes harmony, and peace will reign in all hearts, minds, bodies, and souls through all dimensions in time and space. Know that you are loved. We are here with you, guiding you in every moment, and that all is well, and that thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, and so it is.
Wow. You couldn't have a more upbeat, sort of like a cheerleader, cheering us on, say, to the finish line. We're nearly there. And it's going to be, once you cross that finish line, it's going to be beyond what you can imagine in terms of how wonderful it's going to be. So that is a perfect message for right now. For anyone out there listening who is doing it tough, please take these words on board. Go in and run them through your own filter, through your own inner soul, your own barometer, and feel the energy of these words, and if they resonate as truth for you. So thank you, Sequoia. That was absolutely brilliant. I don't think there's much more that we can add to that. So it's probably a good spot to finish now. I love your purple U around you. That's been really, really special. Beautiful.
I thought it might change back, but no, don't know why that, but anyway.
No, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. That's a message in itself. And I do think that the ultraviolet purple flame, which is the flame of transmutation, it's a special resource or tool that's been given to humanity at this time through this process, is a powerful tool for people to use. So if you want to place that color purple around you that's around Sequoia and ask for this flame of transmutation to transmute anything which no longer serves you, I think that's a really good way to finish today. Thank you so much, Sequoia. All the details for Sequoia will be below. She has a wonderful Facebook group where she does regular channelings with her higher self, regular messages, and also all her details will be below, including her email. And if anyone would like to also order some gift cards or any sort of gifts for loved ones, please go to my new site on my website as well. And thank you everyone for watching. Thank you again, Sequoia. So beautiful to connect with you. It's effortless, which is part of what we're going into, this 5D energy, chatting with you about all this. And I think it's really important for people to hear right now. Thank you so much.
Have a beautiful day, everyone.
Yes, lots of love. Bye.
Bye.